Does Lissa immediately start trying to repair the ship?
First things first is getting the complete new one in.
All right. Well, you're going to get the old one out, which is surprising. Which is actually easier since you took a lot of the parts out of it.
I mean, there's only like 3/4 of it left in there.
Plus, if something's trashed, you don't care if it comes out in working order. You can just tear it apart.
You do if it takes some deck with it.
Okay, well,
that's what I'm saying. Like, you can cause as much damage to the broken one as you want to get it out.
It wasn't in working order to start with.
Maybe you can find some space Jawas to sell this thing to for scrap when it's all said and done.
Find space Jawas, shoot space Jawas.
They end up taking Jay along with it. They think he's part of the deal.
No, it's the Jawa Mafia.
They're like gypsies. Every deal comes with a droid.
Anyways, there'll be just to remove it and replace it. That'll be a difficulty 3.
I would definitely be willing to help out with.
I'm going to be spending a dark side point, so it's going to be 2 purple and 1 red. But yes, you can have the assistance of Laana and B.
That would be how much from each of them?
2 boost from each of them, and you also have 1 setback die due to B's constant, nagging.
It's okay.
So 4 blue, 1 black.
Yeah. On top of the 2 purple, 1 red.
What
we're trying.
Great droid series.
We're gonna do it. No, we're not.
Well,
we're not doing this.
Well,
could have been worse.
You do find some surprisingly undiscovered smuggler holds underneath some floorboards, but nothing else. They're not that big. Maybe like a small box can fit in them. Nothing's on fire yet. True. Basically, you guys spent an hour just yanking at it and it not working.
How the hell did they get this thing in here in the first place?
Spent an hour yanking at it, the 2 of you, and you couldn't make anything happen? What good are you?
We don't have your 5 broad.
Yank harder, damn it!
You guys can try again with basically the same dice pool. Well, not the same dice pool. There's no red involved anymore.
Didn't actually update anything. I accidentally pressed edit.
Okay. Do you have additional dice you should have been rolling?
No.
Okay.
I didn't actually change anything.
You can try again.
I'm trying.
With 3 purple. Okay.
I need someone with muscles.
You're climbing the advantage ladder.
Well,
on the bright side, thanks to these advantages, you're not like fucking up like the landing bay that we're in. You're not like
you're learning a lot about the ship that you didn't already know.
I'm guessing because this has required multiple actions, it's going to take a lot longer than we originally expected.
Yeah. Because Lissa's just like, why won't you get out?
Yeah,
I mean, if originally the work was going to take a few days...
That's the other advantage to hiring someone else to do ship refits.
They generally don't fail and they know what the hell they're doing.
Not like we can afford it.
Well, you can.
No, we can't.
We probably can't.
You could afford it.
We actually can't.
You could just go to some, trusty old lending guy and have him lend you some trusty old money.
Keep it down over there, I'm on convoy.
Yeah, I don't think that we have good enough credit scores for that.
So you how does it go?
We definitely do not have consistent employment history to
I think Rakcharr's calling you guys.
You good on progress?
No.
It's slow.
Okay. Guys, you can turn it back up again. Alright, I'll call later.
These Rakcharr's
Alright, bye, Space Mom.
Alright, you guys gonna try again?
Of course. We're just gonna stare at it angrily instead.
We should have a destiny point now.
You do have a destiny point now.
That is saved for the actual repair.
And even though you didn't actually flip one to our side.
Whatever.
It would be back to black now, so or dark.
How do I... You.
Press the light side point button.
Oh, there we go.
Shifty.
Don't worry about Shifty.
Fucking heavy.
He's just my guy I need around for in case I need to roll things.
Same roll, right?
Yeah, same roll.
So
Also-
you get the upgrade if you split that point.
Oh, that destiny point is saved for repairing the main.
Yeah. Chris ain't using that until some mechanics come to play.
I assumed this was an all-inclusive mechanics check.
Oh, this is just to remove and replace the replacement hyperdrive. He's got one more important roll to go.
I know.
Yep.
Fucking intertigering.
God damn it!
This is amazing.
Lana's seriously doubting that Lissa has any clue what she's doing at this point.
B is at this point just like, you know what, I'm done.
She keeps directing me to work on different things, and I'm doing them, and they don't seem to be doing anything.
B's just gonna go like, you know, I'm gonna go hang out with Jay. At least he, you know, knows what he's doing.
Rakcharr's like, oh, can you turn it down? Thanks, guys. Someone with muscles. Well, why didn't you say that you needed someone? I mean, I can be over there. That's all you have to do. Thanks, guys. It's been really fun. I really enjoyed it.
Bye, Rakcharr.
They seem to have, the first time you're happy without punching someone in half.
Man,
You don't want to interrupt that.
Man, I didn't think I was actually so good at Sabak. It's incredible. I just sat down. I hadn't really even played before. And all of a sudden...
I mean, it did cost a lot of money every round, but man, was it fun.
That's right. I somehow magically broke even the entire time. It was crazy. It's like I somehow kept getting that money back. Like I didn't even lose anything.
Those guys were nice enough to lower the fee for every hand that we played down to something reasonable.
Yeah.
Call it the VIG or something.
All right.
So I mean, you just want me to, just throw these things out of the ship? Am I, gonna break anything?
Just don't... I really need you to move the heavy pieces.
Well, yeah, sure, I can do that. Why didn't you tell
The
me
reason
to
we've
do
been
that?
failing because we just left the heavy stuff in the way.
Rakcharr, looks at there like, I'm, part of, helping you guys. You can ask me for help. It's fine.
Yeah, you guys are getting 3 boost out of this.
Damn it, B. hold on, restraining bolts are super common.
No.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They're
B is just going, no.
No, it's okay. I mean, you can't expect B to be able to lift some of this. You're just gonna ask me. It would have been fine. I'm not some untouchable, Wookiee. You talk
Honestly,
about
Also, you guys know how restraining bolts actually work, right?
They issue a stop command.
I'm gonna be honest
Yes
with
and
you,
no. They
Aaron.
also come with a microphone that lets you issue orders.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Aaron. I know almost nothing of how anything in this game works.
Okay.
Because it was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. To be honest.
Yeah, a restraining bolt basically lets you use a droid collar to tell a droid to stop, go, or issue commands through the microphone.
All right.
Pretty sure they also send override signals through their circuitry, so if you hit a button, it freezes them.
Yeah, that was the stop command.
I'm rolling. I got
Yeah,
3
so-
from none from B, which means I don't have the setback anymore from them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they become remote control, but they become threatened into doing your bidding.
Correct.
Ugh.
Look,
You also had the 2 boost die from Laana.
I didn't know she was still in there.
So you go ahead and roll those blanks too.
Yep. The 2 boost.
Yes.
Rolling the 2 boost. Just the 2 boost.
Look, I'm telling you, I can lift this just fine. Look, see, it's being lifted. The problem is that it won't fit through the landing door. I mean, we can go ahead and unscrew that, or I can break the ship. It's your call. See, look, I'm lifting it right now. It's being lifted. See, it's up, goes down, goes up, goes down. I can turn it sideways. It won't go through. I can turn it the other direction. It won't go through. Something's got to come apart here. Will you stop arguing with me?
Many hours later.
Look, I learned. Now, this might just been like a Nar Shaddaa thing, but if I turn something to the right, it gets tighter. If I turn something to the left, it loosens. Is that not how this works?
That's why I twist all heads to the left.
Have I been doing this wrong? This might have just been a Nar Shaddaa thing, so I could be wrong.
You're going to try once more.
We're in the other hemisphere of the galaxy now. Everything swirls the other direction.
Oh, shit. So I've been tightening... Oh, man. That's hilarious the more I think about it, because they've still
You know
died.
so much about the ship. You can't remove the hyperdrive.
Well, it's the backup. It's much trickier than a standard.
That's right, like no one designed for the backup to be removed.
The ship was built around the backup.
It's an integral hyperdrive.
Alright. You got it.
It would have been great if you had just gotten 6 fucking advantages and no successes, so that we could have just like rejoiced over that.
You got it out, and you got the new one, and it only took you like 7 hours.
I tossed an empty bottle of whiskey at the old one.
So what you're saying is that was like a 30 beer job.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that it's a good thing Rakcharr healed up the final wound so he's no longer enraged, because he's just like standing there for like, you want it where? Are you fucking kidding me? Alright, alright, turn it slightly to the left. Okay. Now I need to like actually turn it 180 degrees. Okay.
Oh, no, your other left.
Okay, now you want it 2 spots to the left.
When were we... Was there any... Did our characters actually know how long before the Moff comes back?
No.
Okay.
So into your characters, you thought the Moff could arrive at any moment while you're working on this.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're doing something practical and we're together whenever the Empire inevitably kills us.
Alright. And B rolls back in. Oh, hey, look, you finally got in here. Only took you, I don't know, 9 hours.
I begin welding B to the floor.
Hey. B's like, go for it. I'll just unweld myself.
B activates.
He's going to become an integrated droid brain.
If you weld me down, I will become more powerful than you can possibly imagine.
Alright. Lissa has to repair the thing now.
Rakcharr spends several minutes trying to fathom how welding B to the floor somehow will make him more powerful.
It just makes me feel better, that's all.
That's right.
Well, yeah, definitely already being disgustingly sweaty, dirty, and greasy at this point, I would be willing to help.
B's like, after what I saw you, after how long I saw you take it to just replace something, no thank you.
I don't speak binary, stupid.
Does the dog speak by?
I push B into the smuggling compartment under the hyperdrive.
Hey, this isn't big enough for me to fit down here.
He will forever be in the ship.
We're never letting you go, B.
Well, I traded one slavery for another form of slavery for another one.
You said you liked the old one.
I did.
You aren't enslaved, you're liberated. Oppressively liberated.
But anyways, each of these checks is going to take roughly 6 hours, so you better hope that you don't fail.
Forcibly liberated, far from home.
All right.
These are going. These checks are actually going to be kind of bad.
Is this the actual repair check?
This is the actual repair check. Base difficulty is 2 purple, 1 red.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna spend a destiny to upgrade.
All right.
Who was helping me with this? Laana's helping with me.
Yep, Jay's not.
Rakcharr's not
Is
after
B
it.
under a compartment or welded to the floor?
B is not assisting you because he doesn't want to be involved in another 18-hour session of trying to do something simple.
B is a compartment now.
B has to watch his holo vids, man. He doesn't have time for this.
I saw this awesome one of a Wookiee fighting aliens.
Let's give it
We
a shot.
call it predator.
Here goes the.
Listen to me.
Hey. Everything works. You hook everything up and everything seems to go well.
All right, we didn't
Heavy
lose
lifting.
more money.
There's no heavy lifting. It works just fine.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's just reconnecting.
It's just broken as fuck is all.
Yeah, it's just gonna take you some time, reconnect everything, get everything, those pre-flight checks of when you like it's just gonna be a lot of time spent doing mindless, mind-numbing tasks of making sure everything's hooked up correctly.
Believe me, I've worked on a flight line. I've done those checks. It sucks.
Yeah. Basically, you're doing that for the next.
It's several hours of just checking, okay, now with this on, does that work? Yes, turn it off. Now with that on, does this work? Yes.
And think about that, this is a starship. This is going to be days of that.
That's what B's for.
B's like, I'll help.
Hey, B, I'm going to bed. Run these checks while we're sleeping.
You're going to have to check my math.
It all
He
looks
just
right.
said-
I haven't
He
even
just
done
sets
it
it to
yet.
automatic and shuts down.
I would hope that ships and things these size at least might have some sort of built-in self-test thing.
I know
They do.
that diagnostic programs are a thing in this setting.
They do have diagnostic programs,
I just
but
don't know if we have one.
So it'd mostly be just running it and waiting for it to finish.
it's going to go through the startup process a couple of times, turn off, turn back on, go through the startup process again. It's going to test
Yes.
itself.
Why is the progress bar stuck at 95%?
Give it time. Just give it time. The percent doesn't really mean anything.
What the fuck does reticulating splines mean?
It's like watching like the old versions of Windows whenever it's doing the disk defragmenter and all those
Ugh.
like color squares.
That was actually kind of fun to watch for about 20 seconds.
Oh, I actually had some fun watching it on occasion too.
God, it
Like-
just went negative.
When it was in the good sectors, it was boring, but when it got to the fragmented ones, it was neat watching them all move. Wow, my life is sad.
I wasn't going to say anything. But anyways, after 13 hours of work, you guys are done in reinstalling it there. You just have to let the thing do itself. Thing do its own magic. What
Yeah,
do?
I'll start the diagnostic check and then go find a shower.
All
Or
right.
whatever passes for a shower.
They're called refreshers, but yeah, they're basically showers. Yeah, you have one of those on the ship.
One of these times when everyone else is actually, in a place where they would notice if the master got up and left, Jay is going to go see if he can find any, what do they have, bounty boards or something? A bounty office?
Is there a Bounty Hunters Guild branch here?
Of course there is.
He's going to see if he can find any bounties.
Or is Jay associated with the Bounty Hunters Guild?
I think we decided that yes.
Hmm.
I seem to recall that.
That's interesting. Okay.
By default, all bounty hunters start officially licensed by the Empire. So he's got his he's got his papers, despite being a droid.
Yeah, you need the license, then you have the choice of either Imperial Guild or freelance affiliation.
But you're technically are
And
licensed.
it highly suggests you not be Imperial affiliated.
Yeah, in his case, he would definitely be freelance affiliation.
Then the guild would pretty much want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well,
They'll give you at the time of day, but they won't, help you out.
They might offer you a nice timeshare package in Nebraska if you sign up for the guild.
do they have postings or a marshal's office or anything like that?
That would be an underworld check.
Sweet.
Are you looking for local jobs or go find this person jobs?
Ideally local, but if they're go find this person jobs, they might give us something to work with if
But,
we don't have any other jobs lined up.
Could he possibly see if there like a station security officer or something that might be looking for people?
Okay. It'd still be an underworld check.
Okay,
Ow.
not streetwise.
I mean, which one is higher for you?
Streetwise.
All right.
Stack overflow.
You don't have enough. You don't have enough stack.
Yeah, I started this up with the wrong thing. I'll be right back in.
Damn it, Aaron. The suspense.
The Java.
Anyway, while it's restarting, what difficulty?
3 purple.
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I can just imagine trying to clean up on the ship while it's going through the self-test, like the shower keeps turning on and off on us.
Damn it!
Goes from hot to cold to hot to cold.
The PA system turns on, blaring some music.
Freezing to boiling.
Damn it, B!
I didn't touch it.
He touched it.
Hey.
We're gonna replace you with an R3, I swear.
Well, you don't find a station security office, but you find a cantina that is basically a bounty hunter's cantina. It's basically known as like the bounty hunter's mark or something like that.
And they probably have like a holonet feed that just displays bounties or something.
The holonet's not used for that. It's heavily regulated by the imperial government.
Okay.
Even so, they have a holonet feed that's not displaying them. They just use it to auto-update their terminals. Because you don't want the Empire to know that you have the holonet feed, because they might suddenly start taxing you for that shit.
All right. Well, Jay's going to see what there is to see.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for.
Kind of general browsing, really.
Well,
Local stuff takes a priority.
Most of the local stuff's not even worth your time. Most of the local stuff is find some jackass, get 100 credits. Not even really worth your time.
So you say it's not worth my time, but I'm marooned here right now, and I only have about 400 credits to my name.
Yeah. There's a little note underneath the terminal that says that if you come here to turn in credit, it says that the cantina will be getting 10% surcharge on every single bounty you collect.
Fucking finder's fees.
Yeah, finder's fees, man.
Hey, they're how informants stay in business. It's worth it. All right, so anything actually worthwhile, or just these bit jobs?
Mostly just bit jobs. Most of the worthwhile ones have markers on like the terminal that suggest that other bounty hunters are already on them.
Fair enough.
And quite a few of them, actually.
All right, well, if it's just bit jobs, is there some kind of roll I can make to just sort of approximate how much?
Well, it depends on how much time you're going to spend doing it.
Until there's anything else for Jay to do, basically.
Well, since it's about been 1 day, it's about another day before the Moff gets here. You have a whole day to do this.
Then probably most of the day, more than the working hours.
And then when all the non-droids go to sleep, the master makes his move.
I was even going to say, with Jay out and everything, I'd just hang around wherever we're keeping the master.
And that's when B decides to turn him into an electroprobe punching bag.
Well, anyways, Aaron, before you actually start picking up some things, you're actually approached by a guy that you actually know.
Is he an asshole?
No, he's a guy that you did business with back when you had your old pilot before he died.
Not an asshole. Doesn't sound like someone I know.
Yeah, it's a guy. It's Shifty Powers.
I saw him use a destiny point earlier.
He's crazy.
His eyes are crazy.
All right, Shifty.
Jay, I didn't think I'd see you around here. Last I heard, you guys crashed on Theta.
Well, who could tell looking at me?
Haha, true. You know, when are you gonna get that get-up of yours fixed? You just stand out like a sore thumb.
Whenever I scrape together the credits, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of credits, I have a line on a job that you might be interested. Well, not just to you. You know, that crew of yours, including that sweet ass pilot of yours. I think all 5 of you guys could get something out of this job.
Could we?
Mm-hmm. It's the thing. I'm here. There's a guy. I'm hearing telling he wants you to steal. He leans you in close and says, "Have you ever heard of a gem called the Jewel of Yavin?"
The Jewel of Yavin.
Yeah. Biggest Karuska gem they got. And there's a guy looking for a crew. I may have recommended you to him, but trust me, he's legit.
Ooh. Pre-recommended, huh?
Yeah.
Where can I go to talk to him?
That's the problem. He's not here. You're not gonna like it. I know you guys usually always stay up here in this area of the galaxy, but trust me, this is worth it.
You know, I might have been meaning to travel lately.
Have you been meaning to go to Cloud City?
I might be convinced.
Alright. Now, I don't need to tell you that going to Cloud City from here is going to be taking you straight through the core, but you guys got a good head on your shoulders.
We can probably figure something out.
Yeah. So,
The head's the only decent part of Jay.
just saying.
Not in the blast.
I'm saying, man, get out of this place. Bazaar's full of piss ants and 2-bit bounty hunters. Don't let them hear you. Don't let them hear me say that.
Right.
Oh, I have a tab running. Can you pay it as well?
The real reason for his visit.
How big is the tab?
75 credits.
Well, you know what? If you can tell me exactly how to get in contact with this guy, I think I can swing that.
All right. Here's his name, and here's an address to meet up at Cloud City. His name is Aaron Shin, Pantoran guy, pretty all right. I don't know if you guys will get along, but he's in desperate need for a crew, and I think he's willing to pay quite well.
And is there a deadline on this?
He said ASAP. He gave it, and I got back here from talking with him about a couple of days ago. Now don't ask why Shifty was down in Cloud City. Let's just say
I know better than to ask.
Let's just say some Tabana gas needed moving, and I moved it.
Say no more.
Mm-hmm. All right, you take care of that tab now, and go get that deal done. All right.
Will do.
Right,
and
then,
thanks for thinking of us.
And then Shifty's gonna go wander back over to the bar and keep racking up more points, more money.
Yeah, Jay's going to pay off his tab ASAP before it gets larger.
Yeah, it's 75 credits.
Cool.
And
consider it deducted.
And Shifty Powers, informant extraordinaire. It's gone. All right, you can make a streetwise check a difficult streetwise check to figure out how many of these pissant bounties you make.
He just fell down the stairs, didn't he?
Shifty? Maybe.
Difficult is 3, right?
Yes, 3 purple.
None.
And you know what? You just can't find these assholes. They're really good at hiding or something. I don't know.
And there's probably
like
hardly any information to go on in the first place.
Yeah, you're just like, have you seen this man?
Jay walks around for a while, looking to see if he sees that man.
You walk up to a random people. Have you seen this man? No. Bye.
Almost like if they were that easy to find, they would have been found by now.
Yep.
All right. So eventually, after Jay gives up because fuck that shit.
You do. Oh, you don't even have any advantages, so there's nothing.
No, he gets nothing. Nothing good, nothing bad. Just a waste of time.
Yeah.
A lot of shrugs.
Not even.
And it's not that Jay looks super obvious. He just looks super shitty.
Anyways, I'm assuming Jay heads back to the ship.
Yep.
It's the start of day 3 on the Bazaar. The ship is still going through its diagnostics process. 75% complete. Shut up,
Alright.
B.
Well, Jay will go find Laana. Wherever
Still
she
hanging
is.
out somewhere around the holds. Might have moved the master from being chained to one radiator to a different one so that she could get things done.
Uh,
Had to change up that radiator.